right, roosters, we are up. We are up. Day 36. And it's our first night sleeping in the bamboo hut, which was interesting.
Yeah, there was a bit of a storm last night, so it finally came, and it meant lots of things were kind of knocking into the cabin, and so
Lots of crashing.
Yeah, it took a moment to get used to the sounds of the cabin, but yeah, it was fine. We were protected by the mosquito net. It was covered in not mosquitoes, but some kind of
fly,
yeah,
like ant flies.
Yeah. They didn't seem to bite, but
no, that was good.
I'm glad for it. I feel kind of safe inside ish.
I mean, they managed to get through the net, some of them, but yeah, like Tim said, they didn't bite, so that was a plus, which is good. And yeah, got woken up to lots of roosters.
I think it was one rooster. He's just really talkative and he's still going.
I know there's two. I can hear them. They're in harmony sometimes. Okay. They go together and it's like there's like echo. But what time did they start? About 6:30, or 5:30?
With the light.
Yeah.
It started with the light. Yeah.
So about 6:30. So yeah, and it just continues.
Beats an alarm clock, I guess, and it is. I don't know, here it feels good to kind of get up with the sun and wind down when the sun disappears as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of sync with the rhythm here.
So that's good, and we're gonna maybe get up in a second and see what the beach is like, if there's any shade, and we can sit there for a little bit. It's 8 o'clock here now, so yeah, let's see. Let me show you around our hut. Welcome to our crib. So here we have our hut, £15 a night. It's very basic but very clean and comfortable. So we do have mosquito net, a good sized bed, and we don't have any fridge or safe or anything like this, but we do have hanging space here. We have a fan, and this is the first place we have not got air conditioning. And actually it's all right, it's good. And we have one little light there at the top. What I do love about these huts are these ledges. You can use them for storage, and yeah, you can prop little bits and bobs up here. So that's really good. And yeah, it's a good size. You know, there's space around the bed to move. And here we have our bathroom. It is very basic, and as you can see, we are open to the elements. I think Tim put this here in case the snakes come through there. But yeah, very basic, but actually really comfortable. What I do love is that it's white. A lot of places, they darken the walls and floors, and you just can't see any of the creepy crawly. So here, I feel really comfortable. You have a shower, you have a spray here, but you do have a manual flush. So what you need to do is grab some water in here, and then you need to do your manual flush. There you go. Yeah, but here's my little dance. But yeah, good size and comfortable night.
So yeah, when Sarah says it's clean, the bedding and the linen is really clean.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you will have to deal with dust, and it is open to the elements. So yeah, that's
Yeah, there was
a
obviously
difference of opinion between me and Sarah.
I know there are like obviously dust bits around the side.
Also, I would say it's a cosy size. So yeah, it's not massive, but it's bigger than the smallest we've been in. But it's cute, and it's got a lot of character. And yeah, you can see, like, if you look up at it, it's rough and ready. So it depends if it's your thing or not. But the main thing for me is it's not too hot in here. At night it was fine with the fan, I think, because it stepped back into the jungle a little bit. But yeah. you want to find somewhere to sit? Do you want to go down to the beach?
Yeah, this one. Let me go first. Morning, Satika.
Have a chat.
Tim's gone for an early morning dip.
I've just been for a morning dip. It's about 10 o'clock and look at this. Koh Phangan is a beautifully Jurassic, prehistoric kind of place. It's got quite a mountainous interior that's relatively inaccessible. 31 square miles of the 48 are dense jungle that's it's left designated as a national reserve, along with the whole of the Samui archipelago. It's an area where economic development is restricted to try and maintain the beauty of these places, and they are so beautiful. Look at this. Amazing. And I've got it pretty much to myself today. It's very quiet here. It's pretty inaccessible on these beaches. So Haad Yuan, Haad Tien, Haad Yuan, they're all speedboat only, so it doesn't attract as many tourists as the rest of the island. There are a lot of tourists that come here, 500,000 a year. I think they mainly stick to the other half of the island. It's an island that does have some industry, so coconut farming and fishing. It did have a tin industry, a mining industry until the 70s, but that has gone the way of the winds. Now it's tourism, so 500,000 people come here a year to enjoy this chilled out island. It's very different from Koh Samui. Instead of getting your sort of your housey kind of vibes on the beach, you're going to be getting chilled out sort of stuff. So yeah, it's quite a hippie kind of feel to the place. Yeah, I would definitely recommend coming here. It is more of a tourist location, but it's a little piece of serenity amongst the madness of maybe the full moon party that they hold a couple of bays down at the capital, or not the capital, the main city, Tong Salar, on the Haad Rin beach, which they do once a month, obviously. I think that attracts maybe 30,000 people. I do need to check that though. It's happening in a few days. I don't know whether we're still going to be here to see that, but maybe. But for me, a dip on this beach is all I need.
This is my breakfast, a waffle with mango, banana and watermelon.
And I'm lucky I came back in time. Sarah was going to do this without me.
And I'm not lucky he came back in time. Should I take that off? I might put the honey separately on top of the fruit. actually sod it, let it down. Timothy, have you got anything to say?
Going to do my best not to trip when going down the Hollywood Bridge of Doom. It's normally Sarah that has the handy hints and tips, but I've got a couple. The first of which is when you're getting on a boat, like a ferry or something, have a good look and figure out which way it's going to be pulling out of the dock, which way it's facing, so you can angle yourself on the shady side. Obviously, quite a lot of them, they pull in nose first, so when they turn round, this is going to change, and you see a lot of people get caught out on this, and the busy side sometimes is the side that's always going to be in the sun a couple of moments later. The second of which is something that I just figured out from the restaurant we ate at this morning, and that's don't sit downwind of the toilets.
It is just after midday and we are just heading over to Haad Tien Bay, like we did yesterday. I'm going to go and see my friend again. It's so good to see her. Quite an emotional one yesterday, but it was nice. Missed her loads, so I'm going to go and see her again today. This time, hopefully, we won't get lost on the way back. You have to walk through, like, the jungle to get to the other bay. But look, I have my stick, and I feel confident. Tim is doing the moonwalk up. Oh, I'm doing the moonwalk too. It's quite slippery, you know. That's why I've got this stick as well to help me, to support me, but also to fend off these pesky dogs. To be fair, the ones on here, on this bay, are really nice. And the ones on the other bay is just... Bobo wasn't my friend yesterday. Hopefully she is my friend today. Yeah, fingers crossed.
There are some Siamese fighting fish in there.
Yeah, I used to have a few of those in my tank. Yeah, look, I can see them. There's two of them. They normally come in pairs.
So near yet so far. Just come up the viewpoint. Come look at the viewpoint. Just a stone's throw from ultimate freedom.
I come around the side here. Woo. Look at that. Is that the hut we stayed in?
Yeah, we did. I think, yeah, that's on the sanctuary house.
Oh yeah. So we stayed at a few different accommodations in the sanctuary, but that one there is the one we stayed in.
So it looks like the massages, they're charging a lot more here. 500 for a Thai. Let's see what the supermarket's saying.
Cold drinks.
They're outside the cold drinks in a vending machine.
Oh, they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, sort of like a refrigerator.
Oh, huh. Yeah. I don't know where that is. Swadika!